Dear Training Diary and anybody else who is following along, I am popping on today, it is Monday, to let you know that week 2 was 2 thumbs up. So this week was a really great week for me for training with the gyms open, which is great for us professionally, but also really good for me personally because I was actually able to get in and use the treadmill. So I have 3 runs a week, and one of them is my hill run, which conveniently I have a beautifully big hill right outside of my house. And one of them is my long, slow distance run. And then I have a run that works a little bit more on kind of tempo and speed that I use the treadmill for. So this was the first week, week 2, that I was able to get that treadmill run in. And because I got to go to the rec center, I also got to go to the hot tub, which is one of my kind of favorite ways to do recovery or regen, just one of, along with kind of a lot of rolling and stretching and stuff like that. It's just I enjoy it. So yes, so all my runs, all my lifting sessions, all my active recovery, including a bonus hot tub. So it was a 2 thumbs up week 2. I got a question actually from a friend of mine who has been kind of like following along with my training, and she asked what I thought about on the long runs. And I was telling her that, on good runs, it flows. So, you put in your music and your mind just goes and you're just in a really good flow state. On bad runs, you are thinking about every kilometer, you're thinking about every minute, you're thinking about every step, and the whole thing just kind of feels a little bit more like a grind. Not even a little bit more, it just feels like a grind. But this week was a really good long run for me. It was a really nice flow run, and one of the things that I was thinking about on the flow run, I thought would be relevant to kind of just talk about here. So I was thinking about it on the long run. I was kind of flowing through like, oh, I can't wait to have breakfast when I get back. I can't wait to have a cup of coffee. Sitting and enjoying that cup of coffee. And then I started thinking about how I noticed after my training this week with the increased run volume, my appetite had gone up, which would stand to reason. I am doing more running volume, so I'm being more active outside of just kind of like my basic lifting session, so I'm gonna have an increased appetite. And that kind of then put me thinking about a meeting that Guy and I had recently, kind of talking about training goals. And then I started thinking about how, it's really simple, but it's not necessarily easy. When you have a training goal, you really want to make sure that your training is actually the most direct route to your goal. So what you are doing for your training is actually the most direct route to get to your training goal. And to tie it back into kind of what I was thinking about on my run, a lot of times I hear people, and you probably have too, saying, I want to focus on fat loss. Like my training goal is going to be fat loss. So I have signed up for this marathon, I've signed up for this half marathon with the idea that they're going to be doing more cardio, so they're going to be more active. So that kind of feeds into that fat loss goal. But that's actually not the most direct route. And the thing is, it seems like it would be. It really does. Like I'm just going to increase my activity level. So having a goal that kind of puts me out there and holds me accountable to that makes sense. But when you actually dive under that a little bit more, and we think about maybe what I was thinking about as I was running, like I've noticed that I have an increased appetite because of all of that additional cardio or all of the additional running that I'm doing in my training. That actually doesn't fit with training for fat loss. That actually could be counterproductive to training for fat loss if that were your primary goal. So I think it's just really important, no matter what you are training for. I think it's fantastic to have goals. They kind of keep us engaged. They keep training fun because, let's be honest, if this is something that we are going to do for the rest of our lives, like be healthy and be fit, Having different things to train for, to get you excited for, is going to be part of it, right? So having goals is really important, but making sure that those goals, and more specifically your training, actually supports the goals. So meaning the training that you're doing is the most direct route kind of to get you to where you're going. So those are all the things that I was thinking about on Sunday on my long run as I kind of flowed through. And yeah, I guess I will keep you updated on other musings that I have. And I hope that you all are having a wonderful week and you had a wonderful week training for your goals too.